Hello everyone, my name is Brian Sims, and for this module today, this research assignment today, I'm going to be discussing muted group theory and how it applies to the article that I have picked. Muted group theory is the dominant group in society or culture and how they silence the subordinate group in society or culture. In most society or cultures, the dominant group is the man and the subordinate group is the women. This happens in politics. This happens in religion. This happens even in the old caveman days when the men were the breadwinners of the family, and that is a metaphor that we use today in every aspect of our society. But first and foremost, I would like to ask you guys, what is a good way for rape victims to voice their opinion on what crime and wrong that has happened to them? What is a good way for them to break the silence of what's going on in their life? The article that I will be reviewing from is Communicating Muting Date Rape, a co-cultural theoretical analysis of communication factors related to rape culture on a college campus. In this article, they discussed a lot of different topics, a lot of different things that cause date rape, things that make date rape occur, and my aspect that I'm going to be talking about is what group is muted by this epidemic. And there are three main points that I will be touching on today, and it is as follows: the ambiguity of date rape, the silence for the self-image when date rape occurs, and who we blame for date rape. So now that I have introduced what I will be talking about, the theory that I will be discussing, and the article, I would now like to talk about being ambiguous to date rape definition effects. Most victims are very unclear to what date rape is. Most victims and witnesses are unclear. So that means that these victims and witnesses of the date rape or rape don't know what's happening when it's happening. Most times when a person is ambiguous is when you're either drunk at a party and you just you don't know what's going on. You just don't think it's wrong, or the case may be you were trying to fall into peer pressure, or either, like I said, you were too drunk. You're just very unclear to what's going on. So your voice of what's really real and what sometimes you may feel real but you really don't know, that's where the unclarity comes in. You just don't voice your opinion, so that means that you're going to mute yourself to what's right. And next, because the most common in this article expressed that most commonly rape victims are women. They didn't give a statistical number, but I'm going to say 85% of the rape cases are women. And women mute themselves to protect their self-image. The reason why, in the article they said, and they quoted, co-researcher quoted, they said, women who have sex are sluts. They didn't say that, but they said that people label women who have sex that are sluts. So basically, if a woman is raped, they are very, very scared to let people know because they don't want to be labeled as a slut, which mutes their voice and telling the right authority what's happening, because they're so they're so worried about their self-image and their reputation that they're scared to let someone know. And another thing is women take the blame for what happened. That's another way how women mute themselves for their self-image. It was quoted by a co-researcher in an article that sometimes women say this, and this is in quotes, she knew the guy, and so she thought it was her fault for not asserting herself enough, so she didn't even think it was rape. She thought it was her fault, and she didn't think anything wrong happened. So again, you're blaming yourself. You're just thinking everything was right just because of the peer pressure or whatever you were going through when that happened. You think nothing went wrong because of another person's perspective of it, if you will. So that's what mutes you in this rape. And so finally, I would like to discuss the most commonly blamed person in rape. The most commonly blamed person when rape occurs is the victim. It mutes the victim because, and most commonly, when women are raped, and this is expressed in the article. I can't quote the specific paragraph or page, but I know it was in the conclusion. It makes them feel, when women are raped, some people make them feel that they didn't do enough, or they weren't sensible enough to what was going on. And in all honesty, that's never the case. And with those emotional aspects of you looking at that, it really does silence a person. It really makes them think, okay, I was doing something wrong, and I shouldn't have been doing that, so I won't tell anybody about it. And those two emotions that those people feel makes that person very, very silent. So, in conclusion, now that I've talked to you guys about the ambiguity of date rape, the silence for your self-image, and the blame of date rape, I would like to challenge each and every one of you. If you have been raped, if you witnessed a rape, or even you are a perpetrator, I personally challenge perpetrators that you guys go out and stop this silence of rape. It is an epidemic that's been going on for years. I can't name the specific statistical number in the article, but it's happening more frequent on campuses than usual. So I just challenge you guys to just speak out, because this affects people emotionally, physically, mentally, and a lot of other different aspects in someone's life. So just speak out, and I hope you guys were informed, and you guys have a nice day.